The message of Islam. Opposition continued to mount. At the same time, the Prophet and his followers were doing all they could to make plain to the Meccans the message of Islam. It was a many-sided message and of great ultimate significance, not only for the Arabs but for the whole world. It was a message from God. It said, "The Creator of the world is one. None else is worthy of worship. The prophets have ever believed him to be one and taught their followers so. Meccans should give up all images and idols. Did they not see that the idols could not even remove the flies which dropped on their offerings laid at their feet? If they were attacked, they could not repel. If they had a question put to them, they could not answer. If they were asked for help, they could not do anything. But the one God helped those who asked for his help, answered those who addressed him in prayer, subjugated his enemies, and raised those who abased themselves before him. When light came from him, it illuminated his devotees. Why then did the Meccans neglect him and turn to lifeless images and idols and waste their lives? Did they not see that their want of faith in the one true God had made them utterly superstitious and incompetent? They had no idea of what was clean and what was unclean, of right and wrong. They did not honour their mothers. They treated savagely their sisters and their daughters and denied them their due. They did not treat their wives well. They tormented widows, exploited orphans, the poor and the weak, and sought to build their prosperity on the ruins of others. Of lying and cheating they were not ashamed, nor of burgling and loot. Gambling and drinking were their delight. For culture and national advance they did not care. How long were they going to ignore the one true God and continue to lose and lose and suffer and suffer? Had they not better reform? Had they not better give up all forms of exploitation of one another? Restore rights to whom they were due, spend their wealth on national needs and improving the lot of the poor and the weak, treat orphans as a trust and regard their protection as a duty, support widows and establish and encourage good works in the whole community, cultivate not merely justice and equity, but compassion and grace. Life in this world should be productive of good. Leave good works behind. The message further said, that they may grow and bear fruit after you are gone. There is virtue in giving to others, not in receiving from them. Learn to surrender that you may be nearer to your God. Practice self-denial for the sake of your fellow men, that you may multiply your credit with God. True, the Muslims are weak, but do not go after their weakness. Truth will triumph. This is the decree of heaven. Through the Prophet, a new measure and a new criterion of good and evil, of right and wrong will be set up in the world. Justice and mercy will reign. No constraint will be allowed in the matter of religion, and no interference. The cruelties to which women and slaves have been subjected will be obliterated. The kingdom of God will be instituted in place of the kingdom of Satan. When this message was preached to the people of Mecca, and the well-meaning and the reflective among them began to be impressed by it, the elders of Mecca took a serious view of what was happening. They went in a deputation to the Prophet's uncle Abu Talib and addressed him thus: "You are one of our chiefs, and for your sake we have so far spared your nephew Muhammad. The time has come, however, when we should put an end to this national crisis, this conflict in our midst. We ask and demand that he should desist from saying anything against our idols. Let him proclaim that God is one, but let him not say anything against our idols. If he agrees to this, our conflict and our controversy with him will be over. We urge you to persuade him, but if you are unable to do so, then one of the two things must happen. Either you will have to give up your nephew, or we, your people, will have to give you up. Abu Talib was confronted with a hard choice. To give up his nephew was hard. Equally hard was it to be disowned by his people. Arabs had little in the way of money. Their prestige lay in their leadership. They lived for their people and their people for them. Abu Talib was much upset. He sent for the Prophet and explained to him the demand made by the elders of Mecca. If you do not agree, he said with tears in his eyes, then either I have to give you up, or my people will have to give me up. The Prophet was in evident sympathy with his uncle. Tears came to his eyes, and he said, I ask you not to give up your people. I ask you not to stand by me. Instead, you may give me up and stand by your people. But the one and only God is my witness when I say that even if they were to place the sun on my right and the moon on my left, I would not desist from preaching the truth of the one God. I must go on doing so until I die. You can choose your own pleasure. This reply, firm, straight and sincere, opened the eyes of Abu Talib. He sank deep in thought. Though he did not have the courage to believe, he thought he was lucky to have lived to see this grand demonstration of belief and regard for duty. Turning to the Prophet, he said, My nephew, go your way, do your duty. Let my people give me up. I am with you.